Okay, so I always open up like that. I'm just trying something out here. I dug out my old Kodak. What's that? A Play Sport. Apparently, I do have a 1080p camera. I thought it was shot, but I dug out an 8 gig card, plugged the camera in, and charged off USB fine. Left it on overnight, and I got about 3/4 of a charge out of the battery. Apparently, I can do an hour and a half of 1080p video with this thing. So we're going to see how that goes. Microphone here as well. We'll see what it's like. This video is more of an experiment just to try out my stuff. And it's going to be the first video on my channel, again, edited with Kdenlive. So I'm going to be trying out some of the plugins because I've checked the camera. It's not bad, but for indoor stuff, not so good. There's a bit of a green tint, so I'm going to see what the color correction is like. But we'll see as far as things go. I like my little 480p. This is the camera right here that I do a fair bit of recording on. This is an old Sony Handycam 480p. It's got I think a 80 gig hard drive in it, a little 1.8. I actually took the side cover off just to see what it looked like, and ooh, something went down. Oh, that looked important. That's the AV cover for the front. I can put that on later. Only does 40p, but I do some stuff with it already. The battery's getting old. It only gives a little over an hour and a half's worth of charge. So I'm probably going to take this, keep it, but I priced out a few things on Newegg and eBay. This has what's called a ZIF hard drive. It's a 1.8-inch zero insertion force hard drive. It has a ribbon on it, a ribbon cable. So I looked into it. I can get a ZIF adapter and a small SSD and put in this thing for cheapest I can do is like $50, which is fine because that would double the amount of space because it was a 160 gig SSD, I believe, or 120 gig. So even more blah blah blah, and it would increase the battery life. And these batteries are like $10 a piece on eBay shipped. So I'm probably going to get another battery because it's fine for stuff. I just got to work out the kinks on, sharpness, etc. But we're going to try out this camera for now. But as I mentioned, I'm going to be trying out Kdenlive with this right now because I've switched the workstation over to Linux. I'm back on the Linux bus again. Windows 10, for gaming, it's fine. If you're going to do up a Windows 10 gaming computer and you're just really going to use it for gaming and maybe even video editing, follow the video. Well, there's a whole series of them from Brian over at Tech Yes City. He shows how to optimize things so you can turn off things in the background and minimize the amount of telemetry, etc. But this has a lot less telemetry on the go. This has a lot less resources being used. This computer is already noticeably snappier, and I'm using official NVIDIA graphics drivers, etc. But I'm using Ubuntu Studio, which comes with a lot of stuff. Like right now, I'm recording in Audacity, and I'm going to go edit in Kdenlive. But there's a bunch of other things, and I'm going to be trying out like Jack and a mixer, so I can record VoIP calls. Me and Dave Wade, Lawn Boys Post 1975, keep saying we're going to do another Cents and Pence, and when we get around to it, when our schedules convene, and our schedules are going to start convening. And I got this place set up fairly good now for me to do production with, and this computer is now a workstation. I'm not going to be putting Steam for Linux on this thing. I'm not going to be putting any games on here. I might try RetroPie out for a goof, but I have two RetroPies behind me. That's Final Fight 3 for the SNES paused behind me. My computer right now is in sleep mode, and I haven't logged into it yet. My little Core 2 quad, which is still banging away. But this is a fairly low-tech, do with what you will kind of setup, and I'm getting a feel for it now. The little den that I got in here is just about the way I want it. I got one little spot there. Oh, my lights are starting to go. I think my batteries are starting to wear low. But might look like crazy disco lights. So let's turn that off, and we'll see what that's like without it. But I got a halogen up there, I got my fluorescent there, I got a little bit of light coming this way, but I'm going to work out just getting a couple little lighting solutions. Because if this little 1080p camera is fine enough for what I'm doing, then I'm going to do it this way. What I do things for with this still is that little piece that actually fell off the front. That's for the AV input/output. It actually says right there, it just says AVR. I got the cables for it. Didn't come with it. My cousin gave me this camera, but I ordered them on eBay for like $5 shipped. And they have dual audio, composite, and S-video. I am going to try doing video capture with this thing because you can do input as well as output, and so it's got a capture and record set up directly in it. So I could probably record directly off of this. Now I do have my Game Bridge right now, but I'm going to try things side by side. If this is better, I'm just going to use this and I'll crop the video afterwards. Or I think there might be an option here to do capture at 4:3 instead of 16 by 9, because this does film in 16 by 9. It's 480p. But yeah, I like it. I use it for a couple things, as I said. It just uses a standard USB Mini. It actually, as well, uses Memory Stick Pro Duo. So, same cards that are in the PSP. And I did do that first without realizing, oh, I'm going to need a special adapter. That looks so weird. I thought this was a special cable. It's USB Mini, it just isn't quite shaped the same. You don't have to alter the cable or anything. It just goes in. It just looks deceptively different when you just glance at it. It's like, oh, wait. And I just put the cable in and worked. But yeah, as I said, like in the last video, you see I'm a bit fuzzy. And even when I corrected it in post, it was meh. But we'll see how this one goes now. And I'm going to try to do like 2 or 3 videos a week. Might even do a gameplay or 2 a week, just trying out things. Kind of like Dave does. But yeah, we'll see.